Hiroyo and I are here to discuss what is in an excellent travel studio bag, your portable studio. What gear do you travel with to make music while you're on the go? And of course, there's no better place to talk about this than, of course, with us here at Dipsda. Of course, obviously, check us out at dipsvibes.com. This is where you can find a lot of our music, and essentially, it's all created on mobile devices. So let's dive in, Hiroyo. I know you have a lot of these. You have several of these. I'm not going to choose any specific one. It really depends on your budget, perhaps your physical size, and your needs. I would generally say it's best to go with a pro, but you could just get away with an iPad, and it doesn't even have to be a brand new iPad. I mean, the apps that I use, they work on all of my phones, from an iPhone maybe 6 I have, all the way to whatever iPad I'm using. All of my apps essentially work on these phones or these devices. Am I
Amazing.
wrong? No?
Yes, so far I've heard that. But I recommend you have to get a big memory.
Memory.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's important. 1 terabyte should be good for your
Right.
music production. Or you have to install many apps in your iPad. So
Right.
1 terabyte is good. Not only just uh, the the latest
The
version.
latest or the
No,
speed and this and that. Yeah. The
no,
version is not so important. And
no,
now, of
no.
course, like some apps are only available for the phone, some are only available
Yeah,
for the
but
iPad.
yeah.
Guys, you can also use Android devices, Windows devices, but the reason why we focus so much on iPad is because there are
Mm,
just extremely like way more apps that are available for the
exactly.
iOS ecosystem for music. And of course, there will be stuff linked in the description of this video below. So choose a good iPad or choose a good tablet if you want to follow us to the exact T and to see exactly what we're doing with Dips Vibes and get yourself on this level. Then I definitely recommend you just get an iPad and just get an iPad, okay? Just deal with it, right? New, used, secondhand, whatever,
This is not
512 gigabytes.
sponsored video, okay? This is
No,
not
it's
sponsored video. No.
no, it's just to show you how to make music while traveling and the gear and apps essentially that we use and that we or that we recommend. So what's in your creative bag, right? The next one that I would strongly recommend for those who want to mix and master their music,
Mm.
right? You can of course check us out at flpro.app. This is something we built for FL Studio users, FL Studio mobile users, but it's far deeper than that. It of course has lots of guides and other tools, but it's an agent, a bot, a chat system that can help you to learn how to produce release ready
Wow.
music
So nice.
directly from your Apple your device. And again,
And then
FL
also
Studio.
this can be used with Android as well, right?
Yes, as well as Windows.
Yeah.
So it's more than just Android. I mean, you can see if you go here and you go to the troubleshooting,
Mm-hmm.
you can ask questions. This is open to use for everybody, by the way, but you
Mm-hmm.
can type in specific platform stuff. So there's
Mm.
Android, iOS, Windows as well, right? So you can
Mm-hmm.
dive into that stuff. There's lots on this website, so much on this website. But let's
Woo.
continue on, right? So these headphones are super great. They give you kind of a virtual sound space
Mm-hmm.
to let you understand how it sounds to mix in a certain type of
Mm-hmm.
studio. Okay, top recording studios, as you see, I'll just click through a few of them, but imagine having the ability to mix your music in this setting, or to mix your music in a car setting or in a club setting, in this recording studio, that recording studio. And some of these profiles, as they're called, they're profiles, are professional recording studios. And you
Mm.
can, they're just so many. So this is one piece of gear that I strongly recommend people
Mm-hmm.
consider having. The other, and that's for stereo mixing, okay? The
Mm-hmm.
other is some
Mono.
type of mono speaker, right? And I talk a lot about that in on the FL Pro website, of
Yeah, yeah,
course, winning with blends, YouTube channel, and just generally speaking, my personal practices. I talk a lot about that. Oh, I'm not signed in. But I talk a lot about that in this guide right here, music, mobile studio setup, gear recommendations for producers, of
Mm.
course, the ear training, and a lot of them, you'll see that there's a mention of mono. And this has got me lots of work just knowing how to use mono. It's super critical. So, but I like JBL. I like a lot of speakers, but I find bang for the buck. JBL or Harman Kardon, they create loudspeakers, full range speakers, but this stuff is super powerful and it's pretty affordable and the sound quality is good. You got your mids pushing through, you got your highs really nice and crispy and clean, but you got nice low end. So a combination of something like let's say one of these or any of these speakers, I don't want to limit it, just guys, whatever fits into your budget. I strongly recommend getting a good mono speaker for your mobile setup, and also some of these, let's say, headphones to match. You will be producing some of the best music you've ever produced in terms of sound quality, right? The next one is kind of for you, Hiroyo, and because you're the piano player, you're the pianist, and I think a good controller is super critical. This is one that we've used for a while and we would recommend for mobile music production, or essentially making music while traveling.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Would you say this is fundamental to, or having some type of keyboard, drum pads, things like that? Right?
Yes. Yeah, we need some type of those portable keyboard. Even though we cannot play like the real piano to play, but it's very good to have it. Even though the apps has the keyboard on
Onboard,
it.
yeah, like an
Yes.
onboard,
Yeah.
on-screen keyboard. Yep.
Right. It's very hard for me to play. I can
Right.
I can click and then test the sound itself, but
Right.
it's then also this is Akai keyboard. That the keyboard touch is very decent.
Pretty nice, right?
Yeah, pretty nice.
What are your thoughts? No, continue. I'll ask my question after.
Okay. The nano keys is good to have because very light. But look at the keyboards, it's just a plastic button.
Right.
So sometimes it doesn't come up correctly. So
I
just
see.
just switch.
It's
Type
like a
of
switch.
thing.
There's switches,
Yeah.
right?
It's
Yeah,
better.
they're buttons.
It's better than onboard keyboard, but it's
On
kind
screen.
of
Let's say on screen, just
on
just for
screen.
just
Okay,
for clarity. Yeah,
on
yeah.
screen. Okay, on
Right.
screen keyboard is better than on screen keyboards, but maybe Akai. Could you share the Akai keyboard?
Yeah, sure.
Akai keyboard. Akai is also very, very historical, traditional music production company. So their keyboard is decent.
Right. What are your thoughts about the amount of octaves on the keyboard? So for traveling, mind you, this is for portability. So for me, something like a 49 key is just too large, but 25 or 37, I think, is it safe to say for you, do you need 2 octaves or at least 1.5 octaves is
One and
sufficient?
a half.
1.5 octaves is essentially enough for me myself as well. 2 octaves is great. More than 37 or even 25 keys is a bit much for a mobile setup. But one thing I like about this, and this is one reason why we're sharing this, there's so many options. Find the one that fits your budget best. But one of the reasons why I like these ones and this is because they also have drum pads. Yes, you can play your drums on keys, especially on the nano key. I mean, they're buttons, they're triggers. But with something like what we're sharing here, we've got dedicated drum pads, but we also have keys that are responsive for playing keyboard notes, right? So get what you can, fit it in your pack however you can. If you want super large stuff, go for it. I personally prefer simpler ones, like a lot of these that have mixing knobs. I think it's a bit much for what I'm looking for. I just want something very simple, like one of these two, maybe even this one right here would be, for me, quite suitable, right? Now, this other part is also very critical because if you're using Apple, whether you're using another product or not, again, we're talking more about iPads and iOS devices more broadly because of the breadth of apps that are available to download, which again, like I said, Hiroyo is going to show some apps that we use in a moment, but you might want to get something like this cable right here, this adapter, because what it's going to allow you to do is let's click into this one. This would be the ultimate one. It's going to allow you to charge your iPad or your iPhone while still connecting other USB devices, or depending on what you're connecting. You can connect, as you see, multiple devices, whether it's HDMI or something like that, but you can also connect your USB. Now, find the right one that fits you. It may not be USB-C, perhaps it's Lightning, perhaps it's, whatever. Just find the one that fits you, but the general point is, you will likely need to visit this type of page. And I strongly recommend, I have to say this part, get an official Apple product, or at least confirm that it is MFI certified. Again, if you don't do this, you're going to run into problems where you're like, oh, I watched this video and this guy said I should get this adapter, and you go on Amazon or some other website and you find one that's $25 and it doesn't work properly. Or there's an update on there's an update and it just becomes incompatible. Get an official one and eat the price. Eat it, just deal with the price. It is what it is. But I use this all the time. This is one of the best things, especially for traveling. It's not super convenient to have this dongle hanging off of your device, but it works. Okay. The next couple of pages are for USB hubs, and I'm not going to say which one is the one. Again, it's more of a general idea. I'm showing you some of the perhaps common, more affordable ones, but I'm showing you ones that are also a little bit more niche that do give you more or less exactly what we want. Now, Hiroyo, please, I'm going to leave it to you, and I hope you can answer the question. I know you have your reasons for choosing one or the other, but what is one of the most critical differences between these USB hubs that I always say to look out for?
It's not just only the plug-in port. You have to research about charging port or data transfer port. This is very, very important. And then also sometimes you need audio through a USB-C or even USB-A. It's kind of very important. Even though USB-B is connect with your computer or connect with your mixer, but sometimes just only for charging. I had many experiences. Oh my gosh, really? I got this. Even though it's $20, you got this, but you can't use for your purpose. It's very important to research carefully, not only just the price. Maybe you think it's over $100 should be work for everything. No, it's not the price. You have to research very, very carefully, and then you can ask AI sometimes. Not only the AI, okay, you have to watch YouTube. Latest YouTube video should be.
Right.
It's a trouble.
So if you guys want deep dives on any of these specific models, and we'll let you know kind of what we choose and what's best, what works for our purposes, then of course just drop a comment. But the one thing that I would say that's also very important, if you can, is to get one where the actual cable itself can detach. Look at the first two pictures, this and this. You can see that the cables are detached. If I hover, it kind of blocks it, so I don't want to hover over. You can see that the cables are detached, whereas if you look at the third one, this cable does not detach. Now, when you have this heavy device with a bunch of stuff plugged into it, potentially heavy, hanging out of one of these, it could get a little tricky, and then you start to compromise the integrity of the wire and possibly leading into damage, and then suddenly this whole entire device is good except for this connector doesn't work, and now you're stuck with a lemon. It doesn't work anymore, but it's really just the connector. So getting something where you can actually separate the connection from the actual USB hub is is best. That's what I was hoping you'd say, but I can't deny what you said is actually technically more important than what I said. It's just
Yes.
once you find the right one, then try to find one that actually does detach because it will save you from having to buy a new one in a year when somehow your connection's weak. Hiroyo, take it away. Let's see some of the apps that we are using right now, some of your favorites, some of our favorites, and some of the best mobile production apps.
This is our page of App Raven.
Nice.
This platform is very, very useful for you, traveling music producers. And then also, this is our page, so you can see this. And then more things will come.
What can they find on our profile here? Right, collections, right?
Yeah.
Right. So these collections are essentially our fused ideas of what we feel are best. Now, let me make this clear. This is just a sample of what we have because we have multiple accounts with Apple. Of course, Hiroyo's got hers, I've got mine. We have a lot of essentially most, if not all of the exact same apps because we spend a lot of time producing music together on the internet and sharing updates and such. But look out for more collections that we have coming to show you what we're using, right? Some of these some of these app lists are created by Hiroyo, some are created by me, some of them, they're essentially curated by the two of us, right? So check us out on App Raven, of course. Follow us there and you'll get more up to date on what we're using. And of course, watch this video on the best DAWs to use for making music while traveling. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. Again, this is a great video to learn about the best tools that you can use on your iPad, sometimes your Android or even Windows devices, especially if it's FL Studio Mobile and some other tools. But this video will show you all of the great tools that we use that are DAWs, digital audio workstations, for creating music on the go.
Take care.
Take it easy.